Hey everybody, it's me, Stacey, here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Hey! I'm here with the lights on. That alone is a step in the right direction. So welcome to today's Saturday with Stacey YouTube class. I have a fun class for you today. I can't wait to teach. I missed you all so much last week. This was the class that didn't happen. Last week was supposed to be Saturday with Stacey YouTube class number 588, but we are in Southern California, and y'all know what's been happening here in Southern California. It has been a lot. My store has actually been closed for almost 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks, that's a long time for us to be closed, but you know what? We're taking it a day at a time, and we just so appreciate all of you understanding that, you know, everything's behind right now, but we're gonna do our best to get caught up, absolutely. Now, I have to tell you that I almost named this class 589, which is what it should have been if I had done this class last week. And Elena's like, no, it can't be 589, it's 588. And I'm like, no, it can't be 588. And she's like, why? I have in front of me, I have a cork board. My whole wall in front of my desk, I have no window. It's a cork board. We corked the entire wall. And then I went and I bought these really big dry erase calendars. And each one of them has 2 months on it. And they're like 36 by 24. So, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 2 and 2. Is it 2 and 2? Yeah, 2 and 2. So I can see 1, 2, I can see 8 months at a time. And the squares are really big, so I can write in them. And that's what we do. I post-it note into each square when there's a Make It Monday and who it's featuring, or an In the Studio with Stacey and what products we're using, or a Saturday with Stacey and what YouTube yummies we're gonna have for you. And each Saturday has the number of the video all the way through the first 8 months of the year. So by not doing the video last week, we now have to go in and literally move the Post-it notes down every Saturday for all 8 months. I'm like, do we really want to do that, or could we just call it 589 and 588 will be the lost video? She's like, no. So we are on video 588, counting down to 600 Saturday with Stacey YouTube classes. I'm not sure what we'll do, but we'll do something super special for it. I promise you that. I have winner chicken dinner to talk about. So let's get to that. And then I'm going to get into the 49 and Market and Sizzix. They have a brand new release. It is 49 and Market. Janine is a fellow licensed designer. Hey girl, hey. And I am taking her products, her designs, and I am Staceyfying them. So I'm not going to necessarily use them like you have maybe seen on social media. There's been oodles of Instagram posts, and I know Sizzix has done some videos with them, but I'm going to take them in a slightly different direction because that's what we do here. We Staceyfy things. I see things a little differently than perhaps what the original thought process was. And gosh, if you can do it this way and this way and this way and that way, well, it just makes the product that much more valuable to you. The more you can get out of it, the more you can use it, the more valuable it is. So, winner chicken dinner. I have 2 ladies who have won a $100 gift card to Scrapbooking Made Simple. Well done, you. Every week during our Saturday with Stacey classes, we give away 2 prizes. It's always a gift card, and the amount is determined by how many likes this video gets. The more likes it gets, the higher the money goes. And that's like motivation. So we teeter around 1,000 likes. And if we can get past that, then the next, if we got to 1,250 likes, it would go to $125 per gift card. And for 1,500 likes, it would go to $150 per gift card, because the YouTube gods like likes. That's what they like. They like likes and they like watch time. Oodles of watch time. So these two lucky ladies posted a comment below. Comment below. Not the live chat comment, because if you're joining me during the premiere of today's class, we're live chatting either over here if you're on a desktop or a laptop, or perhaps below if you are on a different device. Live chat comments don't count, and we always live chat during the premiere of the class. 8 a.m. Sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom on Saturdays. So these two ladies posted a comment below and they liked the video. And then our software randomly selected them. Congratulations. Our first winner chicken dinner of $100 is Heather Parker. Heather Parker, come on down. You're the most current SMS peep to win $100 here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Wahoo Kachoo. Look at that. Did you think I'd ever call your name? Did you think that 2025 would start off with a wahoo kachoo? I know. Now, again, I always give away two. So Heather has got a friend, and I know this friend. She has also won $100. Are you ready? Hello, Julie Ransom. Are you on the live chat right now? If you're not, when you get on, everybody's going to be going, Julie, you're a winner, chicken dinner. Congratulations, my dear. You have $100 in your online account right now, ready to spend. Hopefully it's there right now. It's checked. The box is checked, so that means it should be there. Spend it any way you want, Heather and Julie. Enjoy the winnings. Whether you spend it right now or you save it for something that you've just been waiting for. You don't know what it is yet, but when you see it, you'll know it and you'll have the money to buy it. Because you never know what's coming down the road here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. I have new stuff every single week. So we do have to do winner chicken dinner dance, because it is tradition here. It wouldn't be the same if we didn't do the winner chicken dinner dance. So I need Heather and Julie to sit up. Come on, no slouching. It's good posture when you're going to do the winner chicken dinner dance. Are you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, kachoo for you. Congratulations to both of you. I hope you enjoy your winnings. I hope you buy something fabulous and just create something fun and beautiful and lovely, and share it with the world. Share it with all of your friends. You don't have to do anything to claim your winnings. As I said, they should already be in your online account. Now today, 49 in Market from Sizzix. Or is it Sizzix from 49 in Market? I'm never sure. But Janine is a fellow licensed designer, as I am a licensed designer for Sizzix. And I saw this collection a long time ago, and I saw some things in it that even before I knew what they were, I just saw the line drawings, just like literally line drawings of them. I'm like, ooh, I wonder what that does, and I bet I'm gonna like it. And I did. I just knew it. So I have two bundles for you today that are so value priced. Really great values on these bundles for this product that just launched January 1st. But do you have to buy the bundle? No, it's available open stock too. You can buy just one or two items, or you can just stay for the class and learn something new. Oh, that would make my heart happy. Or you could say, yeah, I want those bundles, and grab those bundles, because we always have phenomenal pricing for our YouTube Yummies product. I do think I'm going to tilt down. I'm going to show you some samples, and then I'm going to walk you through the bundles. There are two items that are not included in the bundles. They're only open stock, and I want to talk to you about those a little bit first. So I'm going to tilt down. We're going to get started. Again, I'm going to show you just some quick samples, and then at the end, I have got a whole bunch of samples to share with you. But then I want to walk you through the bundles so you see what you can get, and then we'll pull the items that we're going to be using today and we're gonna Stacey-fy 49 in Market. I hope that's okay with you, Janine. Hi! So let's tilt down, let's get started for today. It is good to see you, literally. The lights are on, so it is a good day here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. All right, I'm gonna tilt on down. Don't forget to post your comment below. That is the only way you can be a winner chicken dinner. You need to like this video and post a comment below. Live chat comments do not count, and we do pick 2 winners every week. All right, some quick samples. Love what Elena did with this. You've got hello, that's 49 in Market. I'll show you what she used to make this. Love the fronds. It's just a cute card, and I love the colors. She used my Stacey Park inks, my Jacquard Premium dye-based inks. SMS Girl Claire made this one. Isn't that cute? Again, the stamps here, just darling. And then SMS Girl Claire also made this one. I think this is so clever. So clever. In fact, I might keep this one handy because when you see how she did the background for the sun, so clever. Now, the 2 bundles I have for you are priced exactly the same. That never happens. They both retail for $118.95, but your price is $82.99, and that means it qualifies for free shipping. Yes, please. So I have bundle number 1 and bundle number 2. And again, the best price is always going to be on the bundle, but if there's just 1 or 2 items you love in them, just pick those up. Get what makes your heart happy, or just hang for the class. Really, this is about teaching you how to use some of this product, and at the end, I've got the most gorgeous samples for you. So bundle number 1 has her little palette set. It's, what are they calling it? Painted palettes. I came close. There's dies, there's stamps, there's cute little sentiments in this. Really just very darling. Then we have, oh, see, this is why. Okay, so this is called Doily Edgers. Now, it's hard to tell from the packaging, but you get dies and you get stamps. It is not just the stamps that you get. You have dies that will cut several of these out. And it's not so self-explanatory on the packaging, nor is the sizing anywhere near what you would be looking at. They are real sizes. And that is what Claire used to do all of this backing. All of this was done with the doily edgers. This is part of a doily edger, and this is part of a doily edger. And this is how she did that background. Pretty wonderful, huh? So bundle number 1 has the little palettes. It has the doily edgers. It has a stamp set. Curious You, Celebrate Hello. All in stamps. And again, the sizing is beautiful. It has they're calling this the Build a Burst Artsy Lacy Mix. So Build a Burst Artsy Lacy Mix. And we're actually going to be using this today along with Build a Burst Painterly. So this is a set of dies and stamps. And again, not necessarily self-explanatory that there's dies and stamps. You kind of have to look down at the bottom. But if you're just looking at the packaging, you might not know that there's dies and stamps in both of them. So we're going to be playing with these 2 today. But for your $82.99 and not your $118, almost $119, you're going to get both of those. You're going to get the stamp set. You're going to get the die and stamp set of the borders, the lacy borders, and you're going to get the little palette set with the cute little sentiments. So this is bundle number 1. I'm going to leave those 2 out because I am going to be using those. And then bundle number 2 is a whole nother collection, exact same price. I mean, that's just odd, but okay. Worked out for me. I'm happy with the $82.99 as opposed to the $100 and almost $19. And what you get in here are a couple sets. You get the Fine Stems Fine Stems 1. So this is the stamp set. And that's all that's in here is stamps and all of the beautiful fine stem designs. Then you have Fine Stems 02, which are the dies that coordinate with the stamps. So you can get just the stamps, you can get just the dies, or you can get both of them. So stamps sold separately from the dies sold separately from the stamps. Buy what makes your heart happy, but they're both going to come in bundle number 2. Then we have Fine Line Alpha number 1. So Fine Line Alpha number 1 gives you all of the alphabet. Gives you all of that here. Gives you the numbers, all of it. It also gives you specific words. Now the words these are all done in stamps. You get, all of these are stamps, and the words not only are in stamps, but you get the coordinating dies to cut the words out. Again, not necessarily easy to understand. And I get that, it's hard packaging. There's only so much room to try and explain everything you need to know. So on this set, you're going to get stamps in the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way down to Z. You're gonna get some punctuation, you're gonna get the numbers. But then you're also going to get a stamp that says love, a stamp that says you, a stamp that says more, this, me, always, yes, no, and the coordinating dies so you can cut these out. But what about dies to go with all of this? Well, hello. So here is the alphabet set. Now you could just get the alphabet set in the letters and numbers and punctuation in the dies. And they'll look beautiful and work great. Or you could have them just in the stamps. But if you want to coordinate, you're going to get both. And that's going to give you everything that you need. That's going to make a complete set. And then they threw in a painted pencil butterflies. And again, dies and stamp set. So you get the dies and the stamps to go with the painted butterflies. So bundle number 2 has the painted butterflies. It has the dies for the, what are they calling them? Fine stems. So the dies for the fine stems, the stamps for the fine stems. It's got the Fine Line Alpha with the stamps and some of the dies for the words, and then the dies to cut the Fine Line Alpha individual letters. This is bundle number 2. And it retails for $118.95 and it's on sale for $82.99. I'm not going to be using anything in this bundle today. I think there's probably lots of makers out there who have done some pretty amazing things with things in this bundle. Visit Instagram, visit Sizzix.com to see what you can see. Head off to, well, YouTube, of course. Now there are 2 more SKUs in this collection that I want to show you that we're selling open stock only. First, this is her Playtime, and I believe that there's a paper collection that goes with this. This again is a die and stamp set. So you're getting the stamps to do all of this and dies as well. It's you're even getting the little die to do the rectangle for your mat to stamp on, all the little flowers, but we didn't put it in any of the sets because it doesn't really go with any of the sets. So we kind of kept it separate. The other thing we kept separate is their journal essentials pages. So this will make a journal and the pages, and it's a pretty cool die. What I need to tell you about this is that while it is a Thinlits, it should say Thinlits Plus. This will not fit through a standard Big Shot machine. You need a switch, you need a plus, you need a pro, you need something that is 8 inches wide to get this through. So whether you're using a Spellbinder machine or a Gemini machine, a Tangerine from Tonic, it needs to be that wider machine. This should have said Thinlits Plus, but well, it doesn't. So before you buy it, I want you to be aware that it needs to be a wider machine. And again, that's why we didn't put it in the bundle, because maybe you're like me and you just have the standard Big Shot machine, and I would not be able to get this through my standard Big Shot machine. So now that you've seen the 49 and Market product, we are going to be playing with these 2 sets today. Open them up. And inside, you've got pie shapes. Pie shapes with different designs on each pie shape. So these are stamps where you can stamp different designs of pie shapes, and then underneath them, and again, not a little hard to get up. Oh, that one came up easy. Oh, yay! Okay, you have dies to go with. Now, my guess is they had enough room to give you 2 of each. This set here is exactly the same as this set there. There's nothing different about them. The benefit of having 2 each is that you can run through at least 2 at any one time. And the pie shapes fit inside the dies. Now, you can do a full pie shape, you can do a medium, you can do a small, and mat it on the medium, you can do a medium and mat it on the large, you can do a small and mat it on the medium, and the medium and mat it on the large. There's lots to be done with these, and we're going to probably start with this set and start with just the dies. I'm going to play with just the dies for a little bit, because then we have the second set. And these pie shapes are, gosh, probably twice the width, twice the size of, they're a little bit fat, well, they're a little bit fatter and a little bit shorter. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different shapes. And yes, they also, they also come with the coordinating dies. The dies are really awesome. The stamps are amazing. They are, but the dies are fabulous. And yes, these pie shapes will coordinate with the dies. So you can fit everything together. And same thing, you can cut a piece in the small and mat it on the medium. You can cut a medium and mat it on the large. You can cut a small and mat it on the medium and mat that on the large. And having 2 just allows you to run through twice as much. So I think we are going to start with the narrower set. I think that's where I'm going to go first. And I'm going to start with just paper. We're not going to finish with just paper, but I am going to start with just paper. So I'm going to pop these dies off. And I've got my gotcha tool here to keep them handy. Love my little gotcha tool. So it picks up all your dies and keeps everything right there, ready for you to use right on your maker space. Yes, it's a Sizzix product, and yes, it's mine. I designed it. So I think I'm going to put these back on for just right now. And we're going to play with the dies. And paper, what paper would I like to use? Well, I have the paper that we did in the New For You, and y'all wanted to see how well it die cut, so maybe this is a good time to do that. Let's see, maybe I do that. Oh, and then do I want to do the teal on that? I don't know. Let's just die cut. Let's just die cut. But I have to pick paper. But I really love the crystal. It's got this iridescence to it. I don't know if you can see it. This paper is really lovely. It doesn't shed at all, and yet it's super sparkly because whatever they put down on it, which is smooth, is in larger granules than what's on opulent paper. And yet it doesn't shed, and it just is really great. So let's just pick 1, 2, 3. How about that? One, 2. No, I like it on the black. Okay, I'm gonna go back to what I had. So I've got my dies, and I can choose to cut the small, I can choose to cut the medium, I can choose to cut the large. And I think that's where we're going to start. So I've got 2 of each size, so that means I can cut 2 at a time. And honestly, I think I'm just gonna run it on down. So I think this is the Masquerade. I think that's the color it is. Let's see. Midnight Masquerade is the color that I've got in front of me. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my Big Shot machine, bring it over. These are super simple dies. They are a open frame die, which means there's nothing intricate about them. They cut like a dream. They're the easiest type of dies to cut. Any kind of frame is the easiest type of die to cut. We do need to have our base platform that comes with your machine. We do need to have the solo shim or a shim, which comes with the machine. We do need to have a cut plate, which comes with a machine. You actually get 2 of them. So I'm going to put my paper on down, and I'm literally just going to start cutting and taking it all the way down my paper. So 1, 2, line them on up. I have a do not cut plate. I use any other plate, any kind of glitter plate that Sizzix sells or a colored plate, just because it allows me to send my dies through a little bit easier. I try never to cut into that plate, and it does keep from warping. Now I only need to go that far, and that's as far as I'm gonna go. If I keep going, there's nothing here to keep my machine nice, for my plates from kind of warping. There's no die there to keep it, you know, centered. So I'm just gonna go that far and come out. And bam, just like that. First 2 are cut. So this glitter paper, even though it doesn't shed, and it cuts like an absolute dream. So I'm just gonna keep going and get a few of these out. And then we'll do the next one. And I wanna save paper, so by doing it like that, I'm gonna get as much out of my paper as I possibly can. Now again, I only need to go as far as my dies. So roll, 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 roll. You don't even have to roll back if you don't want to. Did I go as far enough as I needed to go? There we go. And done. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. Now, can I do 2 pieces of this paper? I'm not sure if I can or not. because it's a coated paper, it's got glitter and then a coating on top of it to make it all smooth and so it doesn't shed. I don't know if a framelit die, which is cutting with just this edge, there's not a blade or anything, it's just an edge, so they're really child friendly. I don't know if it would go through both pieces of paper at the same time. Cardstock, yes, I'm sure it would go through 2 pieces of cardstock, but this has got paper, glitter, and adhesive on it. So will it go through all of that? I don't know. So roll and then back, and then I think I'm able to get maybe 2 more out. So for those of you who are joining me for the first time, I don't prep my videos and I don't edit them and they're not scripted. What you see is what you get. Sometimes what you get is a, well, that didn't quite work the way I had thought it would. And sometimes what you get is, oh, that's just amazing. But what you get is real each and every time. That's for sure. All right, so let's put these through and then I can move to my next size. I always want to make, you know what, I don't need to go all the way. Okay, so I definitely got bang, oh, that's kind of cool. I definitely got bang for my buck on that piece of paper. And I've got a whole bunch of those to start with. Now I can go down to my next size. And I think I'll do that in the white. So if I cut across, and my smallest size in the pink, and if I cut across, I might be able to cut these at the same time. We'll see. So if I put this here, and it's a little bit big. If I did it this way, I'd be okay. Well, let's give it a whirl. If I go this way, I should be able, I'm going to have to cut that down a little bit. It's still too big. I should be able to cut both of them at the same time. All right. God loves a trier. So, and it's only paper, and each pack you get 20 sheets of this glitter paper. So my only question is, am I going to be too wide of my paper to go through? Yep, this one's still too wide. Zoop. You're like, Stacey, you just should have cut them one by one. There we go. Okay, it's an SMS YouTube. There are the sirens. Scrapbooking Made Simple is on a main street here in Canyon Country, California, right on Soledad Canyon Road, and there is no way to get away from the sirens. Stop sticking to each other, you guys. Okay, let's see what happens. I think that didn't go all the way through. There we go. And then take this one here and take this one here. And take this one here, and take this one here. And whoo! I should have just done them one at a time. Or used a magnetic platform. But that does not come with your machine. Oh my gosh, Stacey, just do it. Oh, it moved. All right, just do it. One, two, three, four. I can cut one more. One, two, three, four. I can probably cut two more. So small, small, and then my last one over there. So these two can go back on my gotcha tool, that can go on my gotcha tool, and I can do one more here. And then we'll be done. All right, I should have just done them one at a time. I know, I agree. Oh, I can hear at the bottom I have my little Allen wrench taped. What's making that noise? I tape my Allen wrench to the bottom of my machine. That way if my handle comes loose, easy peasy. Okay, so now I got a ton to play with. So I could do 1, 2. I could do 1, 2, 3. Let's bring over a card base and let's make a decision. That'd be kind of cute, right? With the 3 colors. What do we think? I need one more of that. I need one more of these. I think that might be okay. Let's cut one more of the medium that I need. But you can now see how everything can layer on top of each other. If I didn't want the black, I could just do this in the white and the pink. And take the black off. Or if I didn't want the pink, I could just do the black and the white and border those together. It really is all about options with the dies. They gave you, they're smartly done. I like the way the dies were done and what you can build with them and how you can build with them. So if we stay with that, do we do the pink? I say yes, we go for it. So I'm just going to take some Stacey tape and we're just going to put these together quick. Just so you can see how the dies can be used. And there's multiple ways of making this kind of a burst with these dies. Now I'm using Stacey tape. It's super handy, super strong, folds right into each other. If you accidentally pull a piece that's too big, you don't have to use scissors with it. And I'm literally just going to piece all of these together. Now you would do a better job of this than me. I just want to get it down. And look at how cute they are once they're all together. So this glitter paper is different than the Sizzix opulent paper. The glitter paper is a little bit more shiny, a little more sparkly. The particles that they used on the paper are a little bit bigger than what's used on the glitter paper for opulent. So it's got a little bit more of a bling bling to it, and it is still smooth. They have, it's 20 sheets per pack. And I want to say we have it on sale for like $10 a pack, which makes each sheet 50 cents. For glitter paper, that's a good price. I don't know if any of you remember Best Creations. They did glitter paper years ago, and it was $2.50 a sheet. I remember saying, gosh, do I really buy this for our retail store at $2.50 a sheet? And that was way back when. So I like my opulent. I like this too. I like that it's a little bit more bling bling. It cuts like a dream. It's maybe a little bit thinner than opulent is. Which makes it cut a little bit easier than opulent. Well, I'm not exactly perfect on my matting, but you know what? Nothing's perfect. Imperfect is the new perfect. Two more to go. And then we can put this together. So these are great if you have scraps of paper, because you can obviously use pattern paper and mix it with your solids. Really wonderful for using up all of those little sheets of stuff you just didn't want to throw away. You just couldn't bring yourself to throw away. I have friends who still have some basic gray in their stash because they do. Well, some of you may have never even heard of basic gray, but they just could not bring themselves to throw it away. Gosh, I remember when basic gray was the it manufacturer. Okay, one last to do, and then we can move on. So I'm only going to do one of these with paper, because then we're going to move into the stamps. But I want you to see how cute this is. And mind you, you get two sets in the bundle. You get the ones with that are a little bit fatter, where you need fewer of them to make the burst. And you can make the burst off on the side. You can make it in the center. You don't have to use these to make a burst at all. All right, so I've got them done. Now I'm gonna make sure that my card opens right, and I'm gonna put them down. So put my points together, and then kind of lay these where I want them to be, just to give me some spacing, just to see where I'm at. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. And just fold your Stacey tape right back in on itself. Just fold it right back in on itself. You don't have to cut it. So I'm just gonna come as close as I can to, You could be sitting in front of the TV, die cutting all these little pie shapes out, and just have them ready to go when you want to make something. Okay, 2 down. Now I kind of want to lay this one down, but not push it down yet, because I want to get my spacing. The dies are every bit as good as the stamp. See, I think this needs to come up just a little bit. And this needs to come down just a little bit. Go for it. And even if I'm not 100% center, I'm close enough. I'm a girl who freehands her cutting and eyeballs her measurements. at least I'm consistent. All right, last one. All right, now I open up my card and I can flip it over and I can trim off the excess and just go zoop and zoop. Sound effects required here. Zoop. And then close it up. And we'll cut our last two off. How cute is this? I love it. It's so darling. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's put a sentiment. Don't know what I'll do with these little pieces. I won't keep these little pieces. But let's put a sentiment. And how about hip hip hooray? These are little wordies from Creative Expressions. Oh, so cute. And let's back it in the white. Ooh. Oh, it's just a little bit too, okay. It's just a little bit too small. So if you can die cut, you can do this. This is not hard. It's literally die cutting and taping together. Hip, hip, hooray. So cute. Okay. Love the dies. Now, remember, you don't have to. You can use the large with the medium with the small, the large and the medium together. You could probably do the large and the small. And you don't have to use the stamps every single time you want to use this set. Oh, Stacey. Shh, pay no attention. Oops. Okay, done. Ta-da! How cute is is this? Glitter, glitter, glitter on a black card base. So stinking darling. Think about all the color combinations. Think about doing pattern paper and glitter, or pattern paper and solid. Pattern paper solid and a little bit of glitter. These are easy and they're fun, and it all depends upon the color that you choose. Color of paper can change absolutely everything about these, and you could come in and stamp, but I'm not going to. I like it just the way it is. So cute. I wonder if I see, I should. Like, leave it alone. But if a little bit of bling is good, maybe a little bit more is better. I just like the paper. I love the color of this pink. We don't really have pink opulent. Not like this. Oh, I like it better. I wish I had some pop dots. Pop dots anywhere? I would want to pop it. All right, moving on. Yeah, I like it better with the extra pink around it. I like matting. I think matting makes everything look so good. So this is using just the dies from the Build-A-Burst Artsy Lacy Mix. I didn't use the stamps, at least not yet. But we're gonna get into the stamps now. And for that, I'm going to need my stencil and stamp tool. Hello, stencil and stamp tool. This is by Sizzix. I'm not going to need my alignment tool for my stencils because I'm going to be using this as a stamp positioner today. And I suppose we could stay with some of these. So pretty. They're kind of artsy-fartsy, a little grungy. And let's get a piece of paper. And I'm just using white cardstock, 100 pound. And it's got sticky grid on it. It comes with sticky grid. Sticky grid is what holds your paper in place. And then that way it doesn't move. And then when you need to peel it off, it just peels right off. It's like the most perfect Post-it note ever. The lid comes on and off super easy. So if you don't have a lot of space, you can take the lid off to ink up what you're doing and then put the lid back on. Sticky grid is replaceable once it doesn't stick anymore, and there will come a time, but it takes quite a bit of time for that sticky grid to not stick anymore. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and I'm just gonna take my pencil and just kind of draw. That way I know if I come back and I stamp, I just have to stamp in that area. I'm gonna put my lid down. Now there's two sides to this lid. A side with a grid and a side that's smooth. That smooth side is the side that needs to go against your stamps. Give a push and pull up. Now this is an A4 size. There is oodles of room on this. It is not a small positioner. It is so nice because you can do bigger stamps. You can do bigger stencils. It doesn't have an edge anywhere on the 3 sides, so you can use any size paper you want. I'm gonna take and I'm gonna use my Wow embossing powder. So I'm gonna use the Wow embossing pad. I've been playing with this. I like it very much. I've been a Versamark girl for as long can remember, but Claire, SMS girl Claire, really likes Wow. And several of the honorary SMS girls do too. So I said, okay, I'll bring it in and we'll try it. And I have to say, I should have listened to them sooner. I've been a Versamark girl for forever. But the Wow, maybe it's because it's what they do. It's really all they do is embossing powders and things of that nature that they really excel at it. So down, give a press. And up. Now I've got Wow embossing medium there. You can't see it, which is why I drew the lines, because you can't really see where that embossing medium is unless you get an angle to it and you can see the watermark. But having those lines means that I can come in and I can just lay this right down, and it just has to be within the lines that I drew. My guess is there's probably enough embossing medium on there now that I don't have to re-ink. So I can either lift it up and ink this way, or I can take my lid out and ink this way. And down we go. Okay. I'm gonna put my lid back on. I'm gonna take my little stamps, take a baby wipe. The embossing medium is water soluble, so all I have to do is wipe them down to get that embossing medium off. And then I can put them back for now. All right, let's take some embossing powder. Ooh, get off there, whatever that is. Off, off, off. All right, let's take some embossing powder. And I'm gonna use the opaque bright white, super fine. So super fine means it's gonna cling to every little detail. Every little detail, because the powder is ground so fine that it holds the detail. So I'm gonna go a little bit across and kind of let it walk itself on down. Give a little tap. Now these stamps are a little grungy, a little distressed, so I'm not going to necessarily worry about whether I have a little bit extra embossing powder anywhere. It just really isn't going to make much of a difference for me. And I'm a dumper because I'm going to end up putting it all back in anyway. That looks pretty good. So I've got my embossing powder, which is white, on my white paper. Now I've got all of this embossing powder that I just get to put right back in my jar. And again, this is opaque, bright white. It is from Wow. It is super fine. The lid on. And then I can bring over my heat tool. And this is the Wow Heat tool. I'm still trying this one out. And I can turn it on. It's dual speed. I like that it has this little protective plastic over the metal part of it so you don't burn yourself accidentally. And it heats really fast. And just like that, I've melted my powder into a solid. Now, I don't know if, oh, there you go. You can see that it's got that high gloss finish to it, where over here, it's still a powder. And if I were to take my hand and wipe it away, I'd wipe all that powder away. I have to heat that powder enough that it turns into a solid. And they're all in the shape of that pie because those dies will fit over the top and cut them out. Okay, so I just want to give a look to see if there's any space that I missed. There's a little bit there that's dull. It doesn't have the same shine as everything else. I just want to come in there and finish it. And then once my paper is cool, so is my embossing. Now my whole paper has got kind of a sheen to it anywhere that embossing powder has been melted. But you're saying white on white. Yep, white on white, because I'm going to come in and I'm going to use an ink. So I've got Cranberry Fizz. Do I want Cranberry Fizz? Or do I want, maybe we try Blueberry. If I don't like it, we'll just do it again. So I'm going to come in with one of my inks. And I'm going to ink the entire thing. I'm just going to ink up my whole piece of paper. And anywhere that embossing powder is, it is resisting the ink. And the darker I make it, the darker the color, the whiter the ink looks. So I want to go in here and just go full saturation, because then that embossing powder looks even whiter than it is. Look at that. So now you can see clearly where I've done my embossing. And you could, if you wanted to, take a baby wipe and quickly and gently just kind of go right over the top. Now it's going to move your ink because my inks are my inks are water soluble. But it also allows you to kind of move and blend and distress the ink at the same time. So it's entirely up to you if you want to go over the top and kind of distress your ink out. Or if you want to keep it the way it was. I'm going to just wipe off the top. And now I can go in and my little pie shapes, whether I want to use the medium or I want to use the small, or I want to use the large. The cool thing about it is that with the medium and the small, you can actually decide where you want your pie to be. It doesn't always have to be down. You don't have to get all the way down to the point. I could pull it up and I could make that my pie shape right there. Or I could make that my pie shape right there. Or I could go ahead and take it all the way down. I could have this my pie shape up here. Or I could have this my pie shape down there. It's really cool because you could use, because you have the dies, you could use any stamp really to cut them out. Let's see, how did the last one? How about we use the medium? And we'll just cut them out. Nope, that's the large. That's the medium. Let's cut them out real quick. And because they're kind of distressed, close is good enough for me. Done. Pop it out. Pop it out. And then my next two. And since these two are the same, maybe this one I keep a little bit down more towards the point, but this one I keep up a little bit higher so they don't look exactly the same. Cut. And done. And then my last one. And done. cute. But I could also keep it off to the side. I could start here. Gosh, almost 4 might do that. And go off to the side, or if I kept them closer together, suppose I could sandwich one more in. Gosh, I bet that would be cute too. So many different things to be done with them. Now, what if we took the large and we hedge our bets? We're going to see if we can cut 2 at the same time and see what happens. The worst that happens is we find out the answer is no. I'm going to go back and forth. I'm almost thinking about doing a rotate just in case. Oh! So I should have cut it so that I could have done front and back. Darn it, Stacey. Oh, how cute. Okay. I don't know, 4 or 5 are going to be the answer here. Yeah, see, I should have cut it a little bit wider so I could have gone this way and then that way and gotten the most out of my paper. Next time I know better. I did not get the well, I could come close, maybe. I did not make the most out of my paper this time. Forward, and then I'm going to bring it back because I'm asking it to go through an awful lot. Oh, look at that. Is that awesomeness? And then did I leave myself enough room? Ooh. By the hair of a chinny chin chin. But really, that's all you need. Come on. There we go. All right, I think I got enough. Oh. Not quite enough. Oh, okay. So we did. We were able to cut through 2 pieces at one time. That's why I think it's a little bit thinner than opulent paper. So now I'm just using the large and the medium. And this time I did stamp, but I stamped with Wow Embossing Medium and then used a white embossing powder over the top. Added my ink, and that embossing powder acts as a resist. And I think I'm going to start with 4 and then see if I need 5. And then we're going to move on. So I know that this has been shown with the Stamp and Spin, which is an accessory to the stencil and stamp tool. And these were made to go with that Stamp and Spin. And I have beautiful samples of it using the Stamp and Spin. But what if you wanted to play with the dies? The dies are a super important part of this. So I know there's quite a few Instagram reels. I think that Sizzix on their YouTube page may have YouTube using the Stamp and Spin. And we may use the Stamp and Spin eventually. I mean, I've done a video with it already, the do's and don'ts of it. But I thought with this, we would step away from that and really focus in on how wonderful the dies can be. Okay, let's see how we lay these together. So if I go here, and here, and then here, and here, and there. Well, let's see what we get. So I'm going to put the point right down on basically the score line. Kind of find the center. Come close to the center and put it right on that score line. I think that's too low. That's crooked. That's better. It's right on that line. So one, and then we'll do the other one. And I'm just alternating the designs because I've got 2 designs that I've done twice. And kind of right up on that And then this one would go next because it's the alternate of this one. And I'm not going to put it down too hard because I want to kind of lay them in place before I do that, so I can move them if I need to. Yeah, see, too close. I think that's good. So we'll put those down, and now all I have to do is my last one in the center. And then trim my back. And this you are going to want to use scissors for. A trimmer's not going to get through this if you've matted several pieces together. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. And then let's put a sentiment, something happy. What do I have? I have happy birthday, cheers. Make a wish, good luck. You're amazing, stay positive, be real, not perfect, be unique. Today is a new day. Be happy. Never give up. I don't know, they're all good. You're amazing. You're amazing. Now I plucked the blue out because I didn't know if I wanted to mat it on blue and then mat it on the silver. You're amazing. Or maybe, oh, I don't want to do that yet. Maybe I like it in the white. You get 2 sheets of white and 2 sheets of black. Changed my mind, went with be happy. And do I mat it? Yeah, you gotta mat it. I got a little bit of silver left here. So we'll mat it on the silver. These are just so easy to use. And then we're moving on. Next thing to do with them, next medium to use with them. I'm just finding any little inch I've got to use. So trash, trash, trash. Ooh, now throw these away. These I might use next time. Trash, trash, trash. And be happy. All right, moving on. And let's pull the next size out. Let's pull the bigger ones out and play with those for just a little bit. Well, okay. Now it's this way. Cute. I am not able to get my cards right side today. I just am not. Okay, so we did hip hip hooray with just the paper. And we did the be happy with the paper, the stamps, the embossing powder, the dies, both of them. Cute. Moving on. And I think I will pull out the bigger set. So I'm going to put these back here. And I'm going to bring out the next set because they are bigger, substantially bigger. These you only get 5 pie shapes, but you can see the width is much greater. Oh, they're about the same height. So it's double, 2 of the, what looks like the large. 2 of the large make up one of the pie shapes. And again, you get double sets of dies. So let's take, again, kind of a grungy look to them. Let's take maybe this one and this one and this one, and let's see what we get. And let's take the dies, and we'll keep the dies with us. Put them right on my gotcha tool, that way they're handy and I don't lose them. Gotcha tool holds everything. It's wonderful. Put your dies there, even your larger scale dies, and they're going to be fine. And if you accidentally drop one, picks them up for you, finds it under your paper, finds it in the trash can. Absolutely. This time we are going to play with a little bit of the Essentials glue pad. A little bit of the Essentials glue pad. So let's cut down. 1, 2, 3. I can get 4 on here, so maybe we should. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, if my paper was just a little bit longer, I could get all 5. Do we do the paper the other direction and just get all 5 of them on here? See, A4 size, look it. Takes my 8.5 by 11 size paper, easy peasy. Ooh, is it gonna be by the hair of a chinny chin chin? Wahahaha, got it. Now I can do all of them at once. Give a good press, pick it up, and instead of using an embossing medium, I'm going to use the Essentials glue pad. So Essentials glue pad is a 2-way glue. It's not a typical glue. When you buy it, it comes with the Essentials glue pad and the glue. The glue pad is actually empty. There's nothing on it. It's just a plain piece of foam. When you get it, don't dump all of this on there at once. This isn't a re-inker. You only add as much glue as you need for the job that you're doing. I usually do a little Z, and then I kind of take my finger and I smoosh it in, smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. And then just like I was inking up with a stamp pad, I ink up my stamps with glue. Now I just opened this one up. I haven't used it in a little while, so I might do it twice to make sure that I've got enough glue to hold. But you don't want to empty that whole glue pad in there and then come back a couple months later and wonder why it isn't working. You only use as much of this as you need for the job you're doing at the time. All right, so let's put it down and press, press, press. So all I'm doing, just like with that embossing medium, I'm transferring the glue onto my paper. And then I'm gonna pull up, oh, don't take my paper with me. No, no, no. Pull up. And let's see what I was able to do. I'm looking for a watermark. Kind of like that embossing powder. And again, because these are distressed, I don't know if you can see it, but because these are distressed, I'm not going to worry if it's 100% or not. I'm going to be okay with it. They're a distressed look anyway. But I am going to grab a piece of black paper. And while my glue is going tacky, because this is the time you need your glue to go tacky. If you've never wanted to be tacky in your life, this is the first time it's okay to be tacky. I need that glue to sit for anywhere from a couple minutes all the way up to, gosh, you could go, yeah, see, I can see the the glue. I can see the watermark. I'm not sure if you can, but I need to let it go tacky. If I put my glitter on it too soon, then the glitter won't stay. The two-way glue needs to be tacky. Now, I don't know if I've layered this in the right place. I'm close. Move this down just a little bit. And a little bit lower. Oh, I think I'm good. Okay, so I'm going to add some more glue. And when I do the black, you'll be able to see the watermark much easier than on white. So I'm letting my white sit over there and get tacky, because if I add my glitter to it too soon, once it dries, the glitter will literally wipe right off. You'll be like, wait, it'll go down. It'll look beautiful when you're doing it. But then when you come back a little bit later and it just wipes right off, you'll be like, what happened? Well, you didn't let it go tacky. Now, it only needs a few minutes to go tacky, but you can walk away for an hour and come back and it's still gonna be okay. A two-way glue doesn't really dry until you've put something on top of it. See, I can see as I'm stamping if I'm getting a good impression. It's always easier to stamp on the black paper with either an embossing powder, medium, or a glue, because you'll be able to see exactly where you've stamped and what you've missed. Let's put my lid on. And let's give it a whirl. And again, if it's not exact, it's close enough because it's got that distressed look to it anyway. Now I think you can probably see that much easier. But it also has to go tacky. So I'm going to set that to the side. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to wipe these down. Just to get the glue off. The glue is water soluble, so even if you come back 2 weeks later to wipe the glue down, it will not harm your stamps. This is not a solvent or an adhesive with a harsh solvent or chemical to it. So totally water soluble, easy peasy mac and cheesy. And now I'm going to let that sit, and let's bring the white one back over. So I've let it go tacky. It's been sitting there for a few minutes now, right? And this is where the fun comes in. Because this is where you kind of make magic happen. And it's kind of like a guess. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of blue. I don't know how much I'm going to need, but so less is more because I'm going to mix. I can always add more color, but I can't put this color back into the jar because I'm mixing it. And I'm just drizzling the glitter on top. It's like dust. This is microfine glitter, and it really is as fine as dust. It's a glitter that doesn't make a mess and that you use very little of. So I have no idea what it's going to look like. I'm just going for it. And right now it kind of looks like a hot mess. I'm going to throw a little bit more blue in there, and then we'll move it around with our finger, because it really is the best tool you have. Look, my finger's always inky. Always inky. Okay, let's move it around and see what we've got. So I'm going to take my finger, and I'm not going to go, but I'm not going to go, oh. I'm just going to give nice, just regular pressure, just nice pressure. Not so hard, but also not like you're not touching it. And I'm just going to move it around and move the glitter. And where the glue is, the glitter is going to stick. So anywhere that glue is, the glitter is going to adhere to it and stick. Can you see what I'm getting? Can you see the design coming up of the stamp? And yet it's in glitter. And I'm just moving it around. And see, I can feel it's a little tacky there. So if it's still a little tacky, I can feel it just needs a little bit more glitter there. Just a little bit more. There. Now it's not tacky anymore. And I'm just moving across, and literally it's going from something that looks like a hot mess to something that's a finished image. And anywhere I can feel it's a little tacky, I add just a little bit more. And then I take an inexpensive makeup brush. I kind of brush over, brush off, and bam, it's done. Now I can go in there and I can die cut out, probably with the medium, all of my pie shapes. All of my pie shapes. But before we do that, let's do the black and let's see what it looks like. I know I'm going to need the medium, so I could use the small too. But remember, we did the black, so here it is in white. And the colors are beautiful. This is the Stacey Park Microfine Glitter. and it is microfine, and it holds that detail. Look at the little lines that it's holding to. This glitter is like dust, and that's what allows it to hold to the fine lines. If it was chunkier glitter, the lines would not be visible anymore because it would be bigger particles of the glitter, and so you would not lose, or you would lose the detail. You would not keep that very, very crisp, perfect edge anymore. But we've got the black, and well, we'll do the same colors. Kind of in the reverse. Now here it's a little easier for me because I can see where it starts and it stops. So it's a little bit easier because I can clearly see where the images are. And we'll just use the same colors. And it is like dust, so less is more. You can always add. But you can never put it back unless it's in a mishmash pot. If I was doing it all the same color, then I could put it back in its pot. But I'm mixing and blending. Oh, way too much. And I think I'll start where I started from with the green. Now it's all about taking your finger and just rubbing over. And then that image begins to appear. And those blends start, oh, I can tell there's not enough there. Not enough up here, I can tell that right now. So let's just add a little bit more green. Go in there, give a little bit of a burnish. Take your inexpensive makeup brush. And now we've done it on black. And it's so pretty. So do you like the black? Do you like the white? You have options. And then you go in and you take your pie shapes and you die cut them out and start to create. It's beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Should we die cut them out? We could. I don't know that we'll die cut them. So then it's a matter of, do I want to use my medium and cut the whole pie shape out? Or do I want to use my small and only cut part of the pie shape out, so then I can do a mat out of a medium size? I don't know. This is awful pretty. Okay, let's just cut them out of mediums, and if I change my mind, I can cut them out of the smalls. So now we have just cut from paper. We've inked and embossed with white embossing powder as a resist. Now we have glittered. I mean, hello, gorgeous, right? Is that beautiful? It winks at you. It does. It smiles and it says, look at me, but it's not glitter. It's glitter. There's a difference. It is not, oh my gosh, glitter. It's glitter. I'm so amazing that I don't have to be glitter. I can just walk in the room. Somebody can open me up, open my card up, and I'm so good. I'm just glitter. It almost looks like foil because the glitter is so fine. Oh, I could have done two. Why didn't I do that? I was so worried about being glitter. Okay, so I can do these two at the same time. And I love how I just walked the color down and just let them blend into each other. But we're not done. I have one more thing to show you. I have still one more thing to show you. See, it would make my heart sad to cut this. I need to do a bigger card. I want to do a bigger card. It would break my heart to cut it. But Like, Stacey, you just said it would break your heart. Well, okay, so this is the large and this is the large. So I will get 4. And then I just have to cut one more. Bring over my machine. Top plate. Do not cut plate. I've got my 2 dies. I've got my 2 pieces of paper. We're gonna get 4 out of 1 roll. I sure hope so. I'm going to roll it one more time. Just rotate it a little bit. See if that'll, I just want to make sure they all cut. Oh, come on. Wahahaha. Come on. So pretty. Just need one more. Okay, I'm not going to glue these down. I'm not going to tape them down. But they would look pretty amazing on here. And then trim down. Oh, it would be stunning. This would be a stunning card. And we may finish it, but I want to do one more thing. And I might use those, the backgrounds that I just cut for the next thing. All right, so let's see. Let's bring back my platform. Let's put these in a safe place. Right there, safe place. And this time we're going to bring back black paper and the Wow embossing powder and the Wow medium. So let's cut a nice hunk off because I want to do all 5 at one time. I've already got them down there. I've already cleaned the glue. Could have done a better job cleaning the glue. Okay, let's try that. And to dry it off, since I need to get going. Oh, better, much better. Okay. So let's put it in and let's line it up so we can see where our paper is in relation to our stamps. Woo! I'm going to say that's pretty bang on. Still a little wet. Oh, it is. It's a little wet. Flip it over. And let's use our embossing medium. The pad seems to be more firm than Versamark. That seems to make a little bit of a difference. Okay. I can clearly see where I'm leaving my impression. As I press down, it's easy to see. And these are a little distressy, so if I don't get a perfect impression, I'm going to be okay because nobody would know the difference. And pull up. Oh, and that looks good. So can you see the watermarked image? Now this is embossing medium. Embossing medium and glue are two different things. Glitter, yes. Foil, yes. Mega flakes or foil flakes or metallic flakes, yes. Perfect pearl or Pearl-X, yes. Embossing powder, yes. Do you have to, if you're using a Pearl-X or a mica powder and you use glue, do you have to use something over the top of it to set it? No. If you use an embossing medium, do you have to put something over the top to set it? Yes. These are different things. Embossing powders, absolutely. This, basically everything else. So let's lift it up. And I think I've got a really good emboss. I do not have to wait. I don't have to wait forever to use it. It's not like glue, so it does not have to go tacky. Now the powder I'm going to use is a little different than what you may have seen before. I've got red pearl, I've got green pearl, I've got violet pearl, and I've got blue pearl. Now I'm going to blend these, and again, I know that going in, I can't put them back in the same pot. So I'm going to drizzle on and use less is more. And yes, this is an embossing powder. So I've got, what color did I start with? I started with red. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and just drizzle it on. I don't want to use too much because then it would just be a waste. And I think I'll take a little bit of my red. And I'll do a little bit on this side. And then my next color. Blue, violet, green. How about blue? And I'm going to drizzle it on, and I'm going to kind of move it into the red a little bit. And then I'm going to start over here. And then let's use some violet. And then a little bit of green. This is an interference embossing powder. So what you see is pretty much white. And then maybe just a little bit of blue. It looks like a white or a clear embossing powder. But then, when we heat it, it's going to change colors. So now I'm going to kind of let them mix. And then kind of tap them all over. So anywhere there's that embossing medium, it's going to hold. Okay, I think I'm going to do a little bit more red. Just kind of a little bit more over here. And a little bit more here. Just trying to fill in any holes that I see. And I'm not using my finger. This isn't glitter. This is embossing powder. So I'm tapping it around. And then we're going to heat set. I have no idea what we're going to get. I usually just do one color at a time. And if this is horrible, I'll go back and do one color at a time. But I wanted to Stacey-fy it. So again, I don't care if there's a little extra embossing powder everywhere because I'm going to die cut. So let's add some heat, and what looks like white is going to change right in front of your eyes. It's not white anymore. And that red has moved into that blue. Look at that. That's magic. I don't know, it's magic. Then we've got our blue, and that's going to melt into our green. And then we've got our green, that's going to melt into our violet. And then our violet is going to melt back into our blue. And our blue back in to our red. Now tell me that's not magic. Tell me that's not magic. Amazing. I love these embossing powders. I do. Red pearl, blue pearl, violet pearl, and green pearl. Now there is a white pearl, but white pearl isn't like this. It just doesn't do this. This is gorgeous. And then you die cut. Medium, medium. That's embossing powder, you guys. It's not glitter. It's embossing powder. And I love how I mix them together and let them do their thing. Maybe I saved the You Are Amazing. Maybe I saved that for these because they are amazing. I mean, I love my glitter, don't get me wrong. The glitter's gorgeous too, but the glitter's a completely different look. We started off super simple, just die cutting. Come on, is my paper too thick? My paper too... Oh, I've got it right. Is my paper too wide? Maybe just a little bit too wide. Oh yeah, my paper's a little too wide. We can trim that down. Better. One. Just do them one at a time. Two. And last but not least, so are you about the embossing powder? Are you about the glitter? Are you about the stamping and inking and resisting? Are you just about the die cutting? What makes your heart happy? These sets let you do so much. And the samples that I have for you are so different than what I've done. They're so different than what I've done. That noise again is just my gotcha tool collecting all my dies. And remember, I put these in a safe place. You can mix and match the glitter and so the embossing powder, beautiful. Got that beautiful gloss finish. The glitter, shiny, sparkly, woohoo! A little bit more bling bling, a little bit more subtle. It's up to you with what you want to do. But they're all absolutely gorgeous. And then taking them and making something spectacular out of them. And just mixing and matching between the glitter and the embossing. So pretty. So I think that needs to go this way, that way, that way. That way. I think that's how I would do it. Tape them down, trim it out. And I've got the combination of the embossing and the glitter. And they just look so good together. A little shiny on some, a little duller on the other to give perspective, to give some depth. It makes me nervous to do this, but we'll do it. Okay, Stacey tape. Because once it's down, there's no going back. But it's only paper. It is only paper. The embossing powder is going to last you a really long time. The glitter is going to last you a really long time. So what have you got into this? Some black paper and some nicely priced, really inexpensively priced glitter paper. And if you were better than me, you could make that. I should have planned it out a little bit better so I got more out of each sheet. I did well on the first sets. I got a lot out of my smaller sets. But my larger sets, I didn't plan as well. It's going to kill me to cut this. But I'm not doing a 10 by 10 card. You ever have that where there's just paper you love, 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 and you want to use it because you love it so much, but you don't want to use it because you love it so much? But a crafter's got to do what a crafter's got to do. And I'm mixing and matching between the two, between the glitter, which is going to add a little extra bling, and the embossing powder, which is going to be a little bit more mellow. And I'm just rearranging them until I find the configuration that I'm happy with. I could make 2 cards. I've got enough. All right, let's tape it on down. Does my card open up the right way? Yes. Oh, that's going to make me sad. If I put this one here. Ooh. If I put this one here, I'll get more of that. And then I'll put that one there. And then this one here, and this one here. Okay, maybe I'll do that. See, decisions. It's like putting together the perfect recipe. Okay, so let's go. Here, I'm going to do that a little bit lower than I should, but I want to make sure I get that piece in. And then we'll just work around it. And I'm just going to kind of lay these down just for spacing. And some of my arrows or my points are overlapping each other. That's okay, because we're going to put a sentiment on it, so you're not going to see that. Done. And it opens up the right way. Super important. Now this is where my heart breaks just a little bit. But you gotta give a little to get a little. And I'm sure when I flip it over, it'll be beautiful. And of course you could do a bigger size card, or I could have used the smaller pieces. Oh, it is pretty. It really is pretty. And then I take my center. And I think I'm gonna back it in just a little bit of white. Oh, it really is pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not mad anymore. I'm not sad anymore. I'm over it. I'm so fickle. I was sure I was going to be devastated. Turns out not so much. And see, all the points kind of overlap each other. They're not perfect. I wanted to get, I wanted to be sure I got this piece in. So I kind of went down a little further than I was supposed to. But once you put the sentiment on it, nobody gonna know. Nobody gonna know. I'm not gonna tell. Are you gonna tell? I would like to pop this though. That was the only thing that I would like to do, is have some pop dots handy, but I don't have any handy. I'd like to pop it. And I saved the You're Amazing for the You're Amazing. What do you think? So we went so far. We Stacey-fied so much. We did not stick within the lines at all. We colored way outside, and we had a good time doing it. We did. We played, and we had opportunity. We just used paper. We just used the glitter paper. So cute. And we used ink and white embossing powder. And we used glitter on black and the interference embossing powder, which just leaves the most beautiful finishes. And we mixed and matched them to make this card. And it is pretty amazing. So this is just 2 of the sets from 49 and Market. And they're not necessarily self-explanatory. You look at it and it's like, I'm not sure. Wait till you see the finished samples. They are different than anything that I have done. I've got a couple of them in there, but they're different than anything that I have done. I wanted to show you how you can take different mediums, different inks, different glitters, different embossing powders, different papers, and transform them into something spectacular. So what's on sale this week? Well, of course we have the 2 bundles, and it is bundle number 1. Bundle number 1 has the 2 sets we were using today. So bundle number 1, bundle number 2, and the only 2 dies that are not in any of the bundles is the Journal Essentials page, because it is bigger than a standard Big Shot machine. Bigger. Must have a bigger machine to get away with it, to use it. And the Playtime, just because I didn't feel it really worked with either of the bundles. They're both on sale. You can have them both. The bundles are at an amazing price. I have the Wow Embossing medium and the green pearl, the violet pearl, the red pearl, and the opaque bright white. So the 4 embossing powders or the 5 embossing powders we used today, I've got those there for you. I've got the Essentials glue pad for you. I've got my glitters for you. I think I have, I don't know, 18, 24, 18 glitters, 24 glitters. I get lost in them. And then I guess we'll do the inks too. So lots to choose from, and we'll put the paper in that I used in the New For You. And it really is lovely glitter paper at affordable pricing. The colors are bling bling, they are happy. I love the crystal. I love the black, the teal. So in the opulent paper, I don't have this sheet. This is pretty wonderful. So there's a bunch of that, the rose gold, the gold, there's a bunch of that to choose from. That will all be in the YouTube Yummies as well. So plenty for you to look at and choose from, or maybe you're just here enjoying the class and waiting to see the finished samples. So Elena made this using the gosh, what is she calling them? It's using the, there we go, fine stems. So she used the stamps and she used the dies to use the fine stems. She used the die that I was using today to make the little holder, the little vase, or the little tissue around it. The hello came from the alphabet set. The stamped image came from the sets that I was using today. Claire, so here's the small die that I was using today with the stamped images on it, and then she used the edges, the lace edges, to make the sunset. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Here, they used the Stamp and Spin to stamp all the way around, and then thanks came from the alphabet. Look at this one. This one's by Tanya Brooks. Ooh, Tanya. So she sewed it all together. Wow, this is beautiful. This is really absolutely gorgeous. And see, off center, I like it off center. And here she's alternated the color. Stunning. And here, gosh, I don't know if Elena made this or if Claire made this. Beautiful though, and they've used My Fanciful Framelits. Oh, Happy Day. Claire did this. So again, using the dies or the stamps that I was using today, the bursts. And then here you have the pretty leaves, all in a slim line. Isn't that pretty? And here, using the Stamp and Spin, alternating the colors, and then stamping the leaves in there, and Filled with Joy. Oh, and this one's so pretty. I think Elena did this one, but she's got the stamp going, she's got the oval, the diamond, she's got the leaf going, all done in my blueberry ink. This is beautiful, so pretty. And this I think is Claire again. So still, again, the same stamp that I was using. That is this one right here. That distressy one. And then she's used Playtime, the stamp and the dies, to put it in. Now this is done by Dana M. And she's made little shakers. She's got foil on the background. I think the shakers might be made from, I think it's possible that the shakers were made from this die. from this die and stamp set. And then the stamps inside are from Playday or the Playtime. Cute. And this one is also by Dana. Hi. So she rounded hers. Look at, she rounded her bursts. She's stamped, she's embossed, she's got the high from the letters. The dies of the leaves in the back out of vellum. This one is me, just for you, done with the interference blue embossing powder. So I did that one. Claire did this one. So again, she's used the Stamp and Spin to stamp all the colors, and then she has come in and stamped and die cut with the leaves. So she's used the stamp and the dies for the leaves. Oh, this is sweet, Dana. This is very sweet. So yes, she made the shakers out of that set. Cute. And then she's got from Playtime. And then we have, I've got oodles of samples. Look at how pretty is this one. Holy smokes, artichokes. Zelda, yes please. She's used the die. Oh my gosh, she's used the embossing. She's embossed the stamp. Oh, this is beautiful, Zelda. So shabby chic. And Tanya, at Tanya Brooks too. Oh, Tanya, love this. Again, using the different wedges, the different pie shapes. And it is at Tanya Brooks too. Dana, did you have one at the back of yours? Instagram. Yeah, I don't, Instagram. At Dana M _ Divine Goddess Cards is Dana. And Zelda is at Zell's Crafts. Follow these makers on Instagram. She's at Zell's Crafts. Follow them. They do such beautiful, beautiful work. And then let's see. So that was Tanya. And this is Tanya. Ooh, love that. So here she has die cut and put down. So she's got them out of thick. I wonder if she's doubled or tripled the paper to get them that thick. And then almost did like a watercolor over the top. Pretty. Maybe some mists. They're lovely. And again, Tanya Brooks. There's her Instagram. And then a whole nother pile. So this was me, Make-A-Wish. Using the glitter paper with a pop of pink. Just a pop of pink. And Head Up, Wings Out. Done by Tanya. Look at how cute is this, right? So cute. Huh. Love you. This looks like it is SMS Girl Elena. She's used my fanciful framelits. She's used the Love You from the alphabet set. She's used some of the wedges back and forth to add texture, and one of the leaves. And this looks like Elena too, because she uses my fanciful framelits. She's got the letters, the alphabet. She's got the leaves, the fronds, all from 49 and Market. The fanciful framelit is mine though. And this looks like Elena. Oh, this was clever. Look at how she built the mat by piecing them together and then chopping it down. That looks really good. And she's used the embossing powder, a silver embossing powder. That looks wonderful. Oh, and see, then we have another that went bigger. This is Brenda DeLoyer. Love this. Yes, you color my world too, girlfriend. Look at how pretty and bright and happy. Oh my gosh, it makes my heart happy. And we go from bright and pow and kapow and look at me to, hey, I'm a little zen, little understated. This is Tanya Brooks Designs, little understated. That's from this set here. Little understated. I want to see if the... I can't tell what's exactly in the set. But this is definitely from that. And then here we have Claire. Pretty. She used my blueberry ink. Pretty. Look at how pretty are these. And then again, I'm thinking this is either Claire or Elena. Maybe Elena. Love this. Look at how simple that is. That's done with the wedge stamp. I'm telling you. Look at how amazing that is. And then the thanks from the alphabets. Remember, you get some of the words and that come in a stamp, and then there's a die to go with them, and then the alphabet has a separate die set that cuts out the A, B, C's, and D's. And again, Elena, using those pie wedges. And then we go to Dana M. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. The background was made with the pie wedges. And then the leaves, and then the thanks from the alphabet and the word set. And then we have Zelda. Love it, Zelda. Love it. So instead of using the wedge, she stamped them and she cut them into rectangles. And she's used the leaves and the fronds out of vellum. So pretty, Zelda. But wow, Dana, this is beautiful too. You've got the wax seal there, real twine. She's used the wedges to do some of her background. You've got the pretty leaves. Oh, so pretty, you guys. And then we have Tanya Brooks. Oh, what a great coloring job. Wow, well done you. With Playtime. And then look at how simple is this by Zelda. She's stamped the back in either like a wow embossing medium or a Versamark, or she used a slightly darker color ink to give a watermark background, and then she stamped and embossed in white. This is a simple, elegant card. The little hand stitching done with a white pen just to add that little extra detail. Always stay curious. Tanya, this is fabulous. Again, using the stamps for other things besides the wedges. That's a wedge. That was on one of my wedges. Curious. That's the stamp. You get to stamp curious, and then she colored it in. And then I've got from Brenda DeLoyer. So pretty, Brenda. Really beautiful. Where she stamped and watercolored and embossed, and the watercolor, the ink resisted where she embossed. And look at the colors. They're beautiful. She's got the lace edges going on here and there. These are lovely. What a beautiful little set. And this is Stamp Ink Create by Brenda DeLoyer. Just beautiful, Brenda. And then last but not least is Claire's pie. So she did a layout and she put pi equals, well, 3.141159, and then no, she wants pi. So she took and she stamped the wedges into a pie shape, and she made her little pie layout. She's so proud of this. She's just like, it's so funny. She had to go through her magazines to cut all the pictures out. She's like, did you see it yet? And I'm like, no. All right, you guys. It was long, I know, but we had to make up for last week, right? I hope it loads on time. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. I've got to go down and load this. Once it starts loading, I can go home, but I'm thinking it's going to be close to 3. And then I have to be up at 6 to start getting everything ready for the YouTube. And then we go live at 8, and then we chat for 3 hours, and then I have to do work at the end of the class once it's all done. I see coffee in my future. So where are you going to get all of this product? Well, the 49 and Market by Sizzix you can find at a lot of great stores. You can. It's not just at Scrapbooking Made Simple. It's available globally. So we encourage you to shop where you're most comfortable, where makes your heart happy, or if you have a local independent retailer who has it physically in their hands in stock, go see them. For the Stacey Park inks and the Stacey Park glitters, those are also available globally, but you can get them here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. The paper, the glitter paper might be a little bit more of a challenge to get your hands on right now. It is brand new, but gosh, there's lots of things to look at. And if you were here for the class, well, I am so glad, and I hope that you learned something today. I hope you were entertained and captivated, and I mean, you agree that this is just absolutely amazing. So I will see you on Monday for our next Make It Monday event. And I'm hoping that we have power. And on Tuesday, I hope to be back for In the Studio with Stacey. Again, it all depends upon whether we have power. With the prevailing winds, you just never know. So hang tight. We'll keep you updated on our homepage, on our Facebook page, on our Instagram page, and on LinkedIn. So I'm Stacey. This is Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Thanks for being with me today. I told you I was going to have a great time, and I'm not even mad at me cutting it up. I am not even mad about it. Have a good night, everybody. Or, well, actually, good morning, everybody. Bye.